Well, howdy, folks, and welcome to episode 2 of the Slaanesh Night Lords. These guys are part of my Sanguin Heresy project, and I, of course, am Trooper 6. And if you're watching this, you are most likely a Pungolian. If you are not, I'll give a call to arms. Why don't you guys hit that subscribe button and become a Pungolian? And let me see if I could show you this face that we're working with here. Look at that one. He's so happy. He's so happy. He's a little horny. Just a little. Just a little horny. Which is perfect. Just perfect for Slaanesh. And we've got our Black Legion out. We're starting with the soft parts. So let's get this going. And my music playlist is throwing me for a really big loop right now. Right now, that is now it's now on the Starfield main theme from the soundtrack. And yes, I mean Starfield as in the game that came out that apparently not a lot of people liked. I loved it. It wasn't the best thing in the world, but damn it. Every time I had seen the trailer before I got it, I was like, dude, this is giving me Mass Effect vibes. And that probably helped me going into the game. And I've talked about this game at length in Season 1 with my Starfield Marine. Yes, I did a Starfield Constellation Marine. And I slipped in my review of the game. Told some stories, told some of my problems with it, and whatnot. It was a good time. Very simple color scheme, it was that off-white with red shoulders. Like, woohoo. So complicated. And now we've got something from the movie Swiss Army Man. Good Lord. My playlist doesn't know what's going on. It really doesn't know what's going on right now. And that's okay. I got a janky playlist and I love it. Now I want to say when I looked up and saw whatever was supposed to be next, it's Tool. Because who doesn't jump like that? If your playlist doesn't jump like that, well, you probably have a straightforward playlist. So I'm not sure what is going on, but it's whatever. We'll rock with it. We'll rock it. We'll rock it out of pocket. Now, the cylinder on his leg right here, I was very confused as to what the hell it's supposed to be. And my wife was saying, oh, dude, paint some swirly bits on it. And, because they love to have some elixirs with them because, drugs. They're huge into drugs and shit. And I was like, well, yeah, I could. I was like, honestly, my first thought was just to paint the damn thing leather to make it like, all right, if it is a bottle, that it's in a leather holster and it's not just sitting out there exposed, at least it's got a little bit of protection. And then I'm like, well, he's also standing there without a helmet. At least he will be. So I was like, what the hell difference does that make? But it's okay. We'll see when we get there. Pretty sure I'm still going to go with the leather option. Because it just kind of looks like it has that. But then again, it looks like that is just there. So maybe we will try something. I don't know. We're going to find out together. I know it still looks like a Emperor's Children to many of you because of the whole purple thing. And that's just something we're all going to have to deal with and get over collectively. My apologies. As far as other color schemes and whatnot, so for the rock, base. Where are you? We're going to go with this, the Rakarth Flesh, blah, 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 because it's a sickly color, and I don't care for it. I mean, I do like it. Don't get me wrong. I do like that. Sorry, I'm also pausing for some music. Ooh, Perturbator. Yeah, you heard that. Perturbator. They make some pretty good noir, techno, electro, whatever you might want to call it. And it ought to be fun. We're going to use this janky brush for this because we're just doing the base. We're going to jump ship and do the base. And I thought this base would give it an interesting, just a different color. Just a massively different color to go with. Something that I don't really use often. Actually, the last time I had used this was for Lee 2. If you guys remember Lee 2, it was a pretty fun series. I honestly can't tell you why I went with that color scheme. I was just talking about it with my wife yesterday. I was like, I'm pretty sure I went with that color scheme because I didn't want to paint him red and I didn't want to paint him blue, which were the two colors that I had seen him being painted. But yeah, we're going with something just different and a little putrid to kind of contrast this rich armor that we're going to have here. And as far as the helmet, I really don't know what color to go with for that either. I haven't chosen a chapter. Usually my go-to is to paint it Carcharodons, which I just might. You know, if that is the case, then, well, my job's half done, isn't it? Tee-hee. That's another reason why I like doing Carcharodons for certain things, because usually I prime everything in gray, and bam, there you go. It's already done. Or at least most of it is done. So, here we go. You know what? I feel like I need to turn that down one. So anyway, how's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing just fine. Thank you for asking. Had a little bit of fun talking to a kids channel, Steve and Maggie. We'd won a little bit of a shout out where they chose some people, some winners, and I won. Reached out and said, hey, we're gonna give you guys a little shout out, a little private message shout out, and so I gave him the information that he needed, my children's names and whatnot, and they sent us a personalized little video, and it was one of the cutest things ever, because me and the kids love Steve and Maggie. And I'd been thinking about doing miniatures to pay tribute to them. So I actually went on to Hero Forge for the first time in a long time. And I was able to very easily create a Steve and Maggie. And I ordered them. So very excited for those to come in. Going to paint those. It won't be for the show. I already asked his permission. And they politely declined, only because of the nature of the show. I was very upfront with them. I was like, look, I wouldn't mind painting this for the show, and it's not to like cross promote and whatnot. I'm not trying to hop on your viewership or whatever have you, because this show, it's not for kids. We talk about very real subjects. Here we are in the middle of this Slaanesh one. We talk about some very real subjects, and of course, it's adult language. But I was like, I already know the answer. Before I had even asked, I already knew what the answer was going to be, but I wanted to ask anyway. And they're like, we would prefer not, only because it's a show that's not for kids. We are for kids and whatnot, but we are very happy that you and your family enjoy the show, which we do. We love the show. Oh, it is quite a fun experience. My children have such a good time singing and dancing. Excuse me. Now, honestly, I was considering, instead of white, going with the pink for all the chaos markings. But I really do want that white to just shine bright. So we're going to keep it. And we're going to jump to this Steel Legion Drab, which is a really good matchup to the Army Painters. What is it? The Leather Brown. So if you're only working with Leather Brown, I've said it before. Oh, excuse me. Jesus. If you're only working with Leather Brown because that's all you have, dude, that's exactly what Steel Legion Drab is. So you've got a really good example. And you can, more or less, you can trust me on what you're working with here, because hell, I got no reason to lie to you guys or for you guys. I mean, shit, I'm not gonna lie for you. I got no reason to lie here. It doesn't suit my purposes. It gains me nothing. We're here to paint. We're here to have some fun. Some fun in the sun. Actually, I don't even think these guys see the sun. Well, they definitely don't on Nostromo. Yeah, it's a double pun. A double joke. Whatever. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, damn it. 'Tis a double joke. 'Tis a double boil and trabafac. But speaking of Nostromo, that means I'm gonna need to paint his face a very pale gray, which just means we're gonna have to mix some paint later. We might even just do it in this episode just to say screw it. But we are gonna have to mix some paint, because to pull off the Nostromo pale, the alabaster skin of your average Nostromoite. Nostroman? How would you do that? Nostroman? I feel like Nostroman would not be a bad way to go with that. These pauldrons need a second coat. And I knew it when I was putting it on the first time. And it'll help us when it comes time for the transfers, because we use the thinning solution, which, well, just like the name suggests, thins it out. And I could use a varnish on it, but all my varnish is a matte. I don't even think I have my satin varnish anymore. So there we go. And I would really hate to dull out the metallic look with a matte varnish. I really would. I'd hate to do that. Because these guys are supposed to be spectacular. Let's see. So if we're going to do... Oh, my paints are turned around. Hold up. I'm very particular about this kind of thing. All right, so if we're going to do it, we need the ash gray and usually the matte white, and the matte white is almost out. So we need this matte gray. I'm going to get rid of this. This is a glob of Mod Podge that I was using yesterday for that base. Ew, it's still wet underneath. Gross. It's like picking a scab. All right, so we're going to get that out. Whew. And you guys are seeing some of the grossness of that. I mean, it's not really gross, but it's alright. What are we at? 14. All right, so let's put some ash gray. Oh, okay. That just came pouring out. So, some ash gray, and we're going to need some white. And use our janky brush to mix. Get more of that white in there, and let's lean on the white side. To get that sickly looking pale out. All right. I want to say we're going to add a dab. Just a dab of barbarian flesh. And I mean it, just a dab. Oh my god. I know you're not dead. Just a dab. Like that. Like that. I don't know if you guys can even see that. Is that even in camera? It is in camera. Cool. All right. Just to give a dab of that flesh tone in there. All right. All right. A lot of mixing. And my wife was just talking to me about mixing some paints. Because I was having such a debate about the color of these Night Lords. I was like, dude, I don't know what to do. And I've had the color scheme before, and I still don't know what to do. And I was actually stressing myself out over it, like, for real, just getting really kind of worked up and bothered. I'm like, dude, it's just a color scheme. And then I almost put it up to a vote on Instagram last night. I was like, well, this is actually kind of late to be doing this. I doubt anybody's going to be, well, I don't know what people's schedules are like, but the color scheme was up for debate. And when I had listed it, when I had listed the colors that I was going to put up for it, I was like, oh my god, just seeing this, I already know that this is dumb. That there is no debate. There's no debate to be had with it. It's do these colors. Because my options were regular Night Lord, Night Lord blue with silver trim. And then I was like, well, no, because that's just pre-Heresy. Then I was like, all right, what about Night Lord and we'll just do the gold or the bronze. And I was like, well, no, that's just regular Chaos Night Lords. And Chaos is not even a fair, to me, it's not a fair term to be using because in my humble opinion, they are absolutely renegades. That they don't like Chaos. It's quite known that they are not really supporters of Chaos and demons and whatnot. They still very much hate them. And then when I had put the purple and the white, I was like, honestly, this is a no-brainer, and I don't know why I was having such an issue with this before. Because there's no way I'm going to go with anything else. Because, well, one, I've already done it with another model. I used a Fabius Bile body and kit bashed it to make my Slaanesh Night Lord. And that was for my Sanguin Heresy, because I was like, I need a model for the Sanguin. Because I have every single Legion painted up. Oh, there's a piece of soft part armor that I did not get. Let me get this back out. Because there was a part in the purple that I missed, and now there's a part in the black that I missed. And it's right there on the underside of his knee. So I'm honestly just not used to that. Not used to that. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. And we'll have to get some of the black metal out or the rough iron for some of the other pieces. Oh, excuse me. But I just went with I went with a purple instead of this royal purple. And now that we got his face tone, let me get up and show you that one. Even against the black, you can see just how pale he is. And that's absolutely a Nostramian. Nisterman. Yeah, we'll call them Nistermans just to make everybody mad. These Nistermans also are supposed to have black ass eyes. So we're going to get in there with our brush and give this guy some black ass eyes. And it's not just black ass eyes. He's got black ass eyes. He's got some ass eyes that are black. Just like the Carcharodons. Some black ass eyes. Yeah. Yeah. We'll go in there. We'll go in there with the matte white and hit those teeth later. And we'll probably even get some glistening blood out. Nah, because you can't even see the tongue. But there's a little sliver of white right here. Right next to all this gray. So we're going to use that real quick and get this up before we have to go. I want to thank you everybody for stopping by. I hope you guys stay happy and healthy. May the Void Father guide your brush, keep you safe from these sick and twisted people. My God, I would hate to see anything Slaanesh arrive on the horizon. As you know, you are in for a world of hurt. But I'll see you next time, everyone. All right. Oh, yeah. Peace.